I think the biggest growth opportunities are. They're somewhat, capped out in North America. I mean, everyone knows what Skillsoft is. They've either used them or, they are using them. So I think the international space is definitely an area that makes sense for Skillsoft to continue to invest in, and I know they have been too.
But I mean, to what extent, or how easy is it to localize the content, right? Because like if you go out, I mean, well, you can go out to English-speaking countries, but I mean, well, how many? Well, I guess India could be I don't know if that's even realistic, or it makes sense for them, but eventually you would have to start translating or localize content. Is that? I mean, first of all, is it necessary, or you can sell English content to other geographies, and if not, then how difficult is it to localize?
Yeah, I think the localization of the content is something that is very expensive to do, and you're absolutely right. I think in order to be effective or have strength in a particular country, especially if it's not an English-speaking country, that content needs to be localized and created in that country. So that's definitely something that is important. And yeah, it is expensive. It certainly increases the cost, the cost of developing the content a little more. Mm-hmm. But it's something that depending on the size of the market, Germany as an example, Skillsoft invested a decent amount in the German market. You have China. China's also a huge opportunity as well. Asia Pacific. So Australia is not huge, but decent market there. You pointed out India. So yeah, localizing the content's not definitely expensive, but depending on the size of the market, it can certainly be worth it and be an area that Skillsoft helps Skillsoft continue to grow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying what they can do relatively quickly. One thing, can you please explain Cornerstone to me a bit more? Right? So Cornerstone at the moment, just comparing to Skillsoft, right? So in terms of revenue, it's a very comparable company, right? So Skillsoft is about $500 million revenue, and Cornerstone is about a bit less, but also $500 million roundabout, right? So and they've been growing double digit for the last 5 years. However, EBITDA has been negative, right? So Skillsoft is like this $500 million top line with about $200 million EBITDA, and Cornerstone is $500 million top line with about like minus 25, minus $30 million EBITDA. So what are they doing?
That's a good question. I'm not very. I mean, obviously I know who Cornerstone is, and I understand what their model is, but I'm not familiar with their inner workings of the company, and how they're growing. I, sold against them occasionally, but I'm not, very well versed in Cornerstone. So I can't really speak to that, unfortunately.
Yeah, but are they a direct competitor, or they have some? I mean, is it just their competitor to Skillsoft, or they have something more specific?
Oh yeah, they're definitely a competitor. Cornerstone is they're most known for their LMS. That's they're more of a competitor to SumTotal than they are Skillsoft. Well, obviously SumTotal is Skillsoft now, but excuse me. They're basically talent management. So they're the LMS companies are buying Cornerstone, and they're using the Cornerstone solution to deploy content into their businesses or organizations. So they have, they also have different parts of their business where, they have talent management solutions as well. So it's not just learning, but it's also, talent management, being able to, track and manage, people in the organization and look for various, needs and parts of the organization that need development. They have HR as well, human resource, modules that allow, you to manage, the human component of, on the platform. But yeah, and they also have some content too, but it's more common to see someone buy Cornerstone and then buy Skillsoft content and integrate the content into Cornerstone. So they're more of a competitor. I would compare Cornerstone more to SumTotal.
SumTotal,
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, so again, if I'm Google